Hi, I'm Mark Brown, and I'd like to take a few minutes just to talk you through accessing Zoom and also using some of the functions within Zoom. So, what you can see on the screen in front of you is you can see my messages, and you most likely will have the same information in this message, but you'll have it in an email. So, I'm just going to click the link in the message and it'll open up a browser that you can see in front of you now. And then if you click allow, that's saying that Zoom can use the browser, and that will open up a window that looks a bit like that, which is the video window. So you can see that I'm looking, but I'm looking in a different direction because that's on a different camera. So I'm now going to join, I think without video, because it looks a bit confusing if there's too many of us there. And I've got a message that's just come up that you can see here saying that I'm waiting for the host to let me into the meeting. So I've now been let into the meeting, and something similar like that will happen when you join. And you can see in front of me here I have an audio option as whether to join with audio or join without. I recommend that you join with audio. In this instance, I'm not going to join with audio because I don't want two sound sources at the same time, because I get this really bad echo and I'll get feedback as well. So I'm actually going to close that window by hitting that little red tab there, and asking me now if I want to continue without the audio. Yes, I do. So I now have no audio, and you can see in the bottom left hand corner of the screen there, you can see there that the audio isn't connected. If I wanted to connect it, I could. I just click on that, it brings that window back up. Next to that, we have the start video window. So that switched my video on, and that switched it off. And then next to the video window, we have a pop-up. I would say drop down, but it's a drop up. And you can see that I can change my camera. I can choose a virtual background, and if I wanted, I could change the video. I could use video filters as well, which I'm not going to do in this. But there's several fun little filters that I can add to my video picture. Moving right, we've got participants there. So we have a list of participants there here, and at the bottom we can invite people. We won't need to do that. Most likely we won't need that function. You can see that next to participants is chat. So if we click on chat, it opens up a box which may open as a standalone like this, or very often it's seen as an extra pane to the right hand side of the screen there. Whatever one that is used in exactly the same way. So you can see we've already been having some chat here, and the very top message has been sent to everyone. So I'm now just going to send a message. So if I go to the bottom of that pane and just type my message in where it says type message here, and hit the enter or the return key, you can see I'm saying there, it's me again. But I can also send a message, as you probably noticed if you looked at the second one down. I can send it to any one person that's involved in the event, in the training or the meeting. So if I click the name of another person, there is only one other person on this one, but when we're together there may be more. There probably will be more than one other person. Click their name, and then in the type message box type exactly the same. So I can type any message, and this is just going to go to that Mark R. Brown. So let's put in good to see you, and then hit enter. That is now, that one message has only gone to Mark R. Brown. So you may want to message me to ask me a question, or to answer a question, or to give me some information that you don't want anyone else to see. That's a really good opportunity to use that message directly only. To the very right of there, you can see there are three dots. You can see it next to file, there are three dots there. Click on the three dots. You can actually save the chat. So near the end of the training, you might want to save the chat. And you might want to save it because we'll be doing quite a bit of work using the chat facility, and there'll be hopefully be some really good feedback. I'm sure there will be some really good feedback in there from other participants that you want to capture and that you want to retain. So if you click save chat, like so, it then gives you the opportunity to show where that's filed on your device. So it'll take you to the exact spot where your chat has now been saved. In the middle we have share screen, and I will at some point actually be asking you to share screen, and to do that we just simply click on the share screen button and then pick what we want to share. Now what I'll most likely be asking you to do is share the whiteboard. So if you click on whiteboard and then click share, a whiteboard pops up. Now on this whiteboard we can carry out various activities, and we're going to use it to put maybe some text onto. So you'll see what's at the top of the whiteboard is a toolbar, and when we're putting text or we're putting writing onto the whiteboard, I find that the text function is the best, because it's a little bit unwieldy trying to write with a pencil. So if we click on text, then click on the whiteboard, you can see that we can annotate onto it a word, and then if we want we can add another word. So doing exactly the same again. This time maybe we want to change the colour of the text, we can do that like so, and we can put more text like so. So we can add text to that whiteboard in that way. We can also, at the far left, we can also save that whiteboard. So if you wanted to save it to your device, your computer, your laptop, you can do that as well, which you can see there just by clicking on save. So if I click save, there you go, I've saved that whiteboard. I've saved it as a PNG file, which is a picture file, and I could have clicked on there, show in Finder, so that will show me where that is actually saved on my computer, locally on my computer. So I'm going to stop that share now and take us back to that home screen really. And then this one here, the reactions, there's some emojis in there, so we can use those at any time. I might ask you for a thumbs up, I might ask you for raise hand at some point if you've got something you'd like to ask. Excuse me, you can either physically put your hand up or you can put your virtual hand up like you can see there. Or, because most of the time we'll be a fairly small group, I might just ask you to open your mic up and ask a question as we go, rather than using the virtual hand or any other methodology really. So I can just close that down now, the chat. I'll close that down there. What you can see here is we have this view button, and on this view button we can change the makeup of the screen, so we can go to speaker view, or we can go back to gallery view. We can also go to full screen, which is really good because that will make the particularly what's being presented to you, that will make it as big as possible on the screen. So you can see there we've got two people side by side. I should actually put that on speaker, and that will give you the speaker screen. So that logo actually represents a speaker, and if they were sharing something, it will be fairly clear and large on screen as to what it is they are sharing. So there's a quick overview there of using Zoom on a laptop or a desktop. So I look forward to seeing you and speaking with you and interacting with you during these sessions, because they are interactive, that's the idea. And I'll see you very soon. Thanks now, bye bye.